Okay, today's my English for TOEFL 2019, October 12th. Today I practice as follow: integrative speaking, part 3. I mean the one there is a reading passage, some kind of concept, and the professor gives an example of the concept. And I also study listening and reading, and today I also study independent speaking, since it has been a long time. It has been a long time since I studied last time. It has been a long time since I studied the independent speaking, so it was a little bit difficult for me to answer, but I soon get used to it. Yeah, I'm practicing. I used to practice independent speaking, but recently I've been studying integrated speaking because those are more difficult. But since the real TOEFL test is coming closer, I'm gonna take it in October 19, so I'm gonna review it again and practice it again. And today also, the TOEFL test is close, so I analyzed my my way of studying, or especially my method of solving something, and especially today I analyzed about listening. I've been thinking how to start listening style. Like, I didn't take any note in the listening, and I thought it was a good idea because I thought it was better than taking a note, and that was a good method. But recently I thought that taking note is also a good idea, because if I don't take a note, I can't concentrate, and sometimes I miss listening it. So I tried taking a note again, but what is interesting, it soon became very worse. I recognized it again. Taking a note in the listening part, it makes makes the score very, very, very bad. This is because while taking a note, I can't concentrate on listening, and I cannot grasp this story or the sequence of the story. The plot. So I was right, and I shouldn't take a note or any note while in the listening section. That was it's kind of difficult to explain, but I also analyze or consider how my attitude to the listening, like how I focus my brain, like how to imagine. Like, it's very hard to explain, but like how to use my brain while I'm listening. It's not a method, but it's the kind of attitude, like what kind of brain part, or how do I imagine it. And I also concentrated, and I feel like I'm able to handle those attempt, like how to listen better, or how to understand, or how to imagine better than before. It's kind of difficult to explain, but anyway, what I want to say is, I think my listening part section is very difficult, but I'm preparing I prepare well. And the problem is, the reading still, there's my score fluctuates. Like, sometimes very good and sometimes very bad. So I want to think and analyze why it is bad and why it is good. And I think one hypothesis is, like, whenever I can't read a capital or very personal. There are many personal terms, like special or technical terms, it makes me very confusing and difficult to understand the passage. And I tend to, this is my habit, but I tend to overlook, look over, like don't read the personal or technical terms because it is longer and I can't pronounce in my mind. But that, as I've noticed this, that kind of attitude makes me very less understanding about the passage. So I should care more about the some kind of capital word. Yeah. So I'm gonna take like only 5 or 6 days has left, but I want to focus more. I want to focus on like those special or technical terms or capital or personal now while I'm reading, and I want to grasp the story or the plot. And so much for today. Thank you for watching.